For one thing, your perception of time and your audience's perception of time are often very different. Let's get back to Noah Zandon, who wrote, "When you are speaking, your perception of time is often distorted. What feels like an eternity in your mind is actually a few short seconds to the audience." When you are able to sit in silence, what often feels like a long time for you is really not a long time for your audience. And on average, you as the speaker will feel more uncomfortable with long pauses than with your audience. Oftentimes, 3 seconds is a good maximum when you're in conversation, and 4 seconds is a solid maximum time when you are giving a public speech. As Zandon says, as long as the pause isn't too long, no more than 5 seconds, the audience really won't hold it against you. In fact, it can actually be a good thing. Silence can build suspense, emphasize a point, or give the audience time to absorb a key insight. For example, let's listen to one TED speaker. His name is Jocko Willink. He's a really popular advocate for the art of discipline. Listen to how he uses pauses in order to build his power and his confidence and his presence on stage.
War is a nightmare. War is awful. It is indifferent and devastating and evil. War is hell. But war is also an incredible teacher, a brutal teacher. And it teaches you lessons that you will not forget.
So, as a quick recap, here are the 3 speaking tips that can help you reduce your use of filler words and allow you to sound more confident when you are speaking. First, slow down. You often speak faster than you think, and if you can slow down just a little bit, not only can your mind catch up, but you will show more power and confidence as you occupy the verbal space. Simplify your statements. Don't waste too much time digging into your mind for that big word. Just use common words. The more simple words you can use to express your ideas, the more people will understand your message. And finally, use a pause, collect your thoughts, make silence your friend. Let's take a listen to a researcher named Lori Glimker. And in fact, listen to the interviewer speech and listen to Glimker's speech because I think there's a great contrast in who sounds more confident.
You mentioned risk factors before, but when you were looking at the 4 most frequent cancer patients, you mentioned smoking. What about the role of what we're eating, obesity? Obesity makes you predisposed to which cancers?
With obesity, there is an increased risk for many cancers. And here's where diet and nutrition certainly do come in. There's some very interesting work on the microbiome, which is the whole other universe of DNA that lives within us, in our guts, on our skin, in mucosal surfaces. And there's very clear evidence that the structure of that microbiota, the particular kinds of bacteria that are there, can influence somebody's weight.
Okay, now silence is too much, my friend. I should probably go. So I will see you in class next time. And until then, cheers.